I don't really think about the future all that often. It's day to day, but I was thinking of going back to see her and telling her what's going on in my life. She'll be pretty proud of me. I know she's proud of me. She's like my mom. Maybe one day I'll find a nice girl and start a family, bring them to meet Anne or whoever's working there. I want them to meet my extended family. I'll bring them to see Pauline's place because it's my home. I had a bad life growing up. A lot of stuff happened, but I won't get into that. I didn't know my biological mother. My dad tried to get jobs, but always got laid off. My stepmom had a job, but didn't make much money. It was a confusing family. There were 6 kids altogether. The other ones were either through marriage or my dad had them from a previous marriage. I had 2 actual brothers from my dad. I believe I have a half-sister. Same mother, different father. My family was broke all the time, but my parents amazingly had money for beer. I never knew when my next meal would be. There were weeks when I wouldn't eat anything. All I drank was coffee. I was depressed. My home life actually made me depressed because it was so bad. I was fairly close to my grandfather. He was a good guy, made his own wine and awesome pasta sauce. Unfortunately, his recipe died with him. He never gave it away. He died of cancer and his funeral was on my birthday. After that, I don't celebrate my birthdays anymore. Other than him, my home life was nothing. It's just the past and I don't talk to any of them anymore. At 16, a friend told me I could legally leave, so I was like, alright. I packed some stuff and got out of there. Couch surfed for a couple of months, then my older brother told me about Pauline's place because he went there around my age. So I called and they took me in. They helped me through a lot. You get breakfast, lunch, and supper there. They fattened me up quite a bit. If you're on medication, they keep you on track. I had anxiety and depression and they got me the treatment I needed. If you tell them what you need when you're staying there, they'll do their best to help you out. They got me on OW and put me in a life skills course. They make you go to school every day. When I was living at home, there were a lot of times that I missed school because of my family situation. I finished it a year late, but I finished. The shelter kept me out of trouble. You can't have alcohol or drugs there. Everyone had chores, and it gave you responsibility. There was a curfew, and if you missed it, you'd have to stay out all night. If you had alcohol on your breath or you were stoned, they sent you to detox. I liked the house and used to stay in all the time. I still don't go out or have many friends, it's just simpler that way. At 19, they moved me into second stage housing. Staff members would come over daily to guide you in the right direction, help if you needed it, or just to talk. We messed everything up, so I couch surfed until I found another place, and then another, until I found my new place. It's tough on your own. One day I was at an intersection and looked both ways. A van came out of nowhere and hit me. I woke up with people all around me. The ambulance and cops said I might have internal bleeding and should go to the hospital, but I don't like hospitals, they creep me out. I said if I felt worse that I would go to the hospital myself. I had a big bruise for a couple of weeks. Anne told me about the STEP program at the YMCA. She forced me to call them. I did and finished 4 weeks of classroom work and then 12 weeks of placement at a job I'm doing now. I'm praying I get this permanently. It's hard to find a job in this town. I'm lucky to have one, although I'm still in Ontario Works because I don't get enough shifts to pay my rent. Even though I don't live at the shelter anymore, I still keep in touch with everyone. I volunteered there off and on for years. I've gone there every day for the past 4 or 5 months just making sure the house is safe, talking to people that stay there. If they're having a rough patch, to just be fresh ears. I've been thinking about going to college, maybe to be a child and youth worker or social worker. Then I could go to Pauline's place and apply there. Anne said if I go to college and get everything I need, she'll hire me because, she's mom. She loves me. I still talk to the staff about any problems that I've been having. They give me advice and sometimes I stay there for supper or to take a nap. They talk to me like an actual person, not like a counselor. I feel at home and I'm proud to be part of it. I don't care what anyone says, I would stick up for that place until my face was blue. People who say otherwise just don't know. I know it's still there for me, even just to visit. It's my home.